We got the two new Mega G Mustangs, the orange and the red. Plus, what is over here? There we go, a yellow Camaro. And the blue Camaro. 4-lane racing. Anyways, let's go see how Windows file recovery is doing. Great day. Had a great day yesterday. So Vicky said when she got home from work, it seems terrible. Our trailer is at the dealership getting the slide out fixed for recall. When I got the Magnum out for the summer, I put the battery in, fired right up, everything's good to go. I went to the Canadian Tire and bought wheel polish and Armor All leather. And then I go to get McDonald's, and I'm in the McDonald's drive-thru, and the brake pedal goes to the floor, and there's brake fluid spraying out of the hood. So the metal lines coming out of the master cylinder that go up and around the front of the engine bay to the ABS are rusted out. Oh. Well, the file recovery did not work, so most of it was just gluing a couple pieces of wood together and waiting for a day anyways. So we're halfway through the project pretty much back there on the bottom side of the bank corner, so we will continue on. And I have to make some new logos too, because all that got disappeared too. Terrible. I had a rough day yesterday. Unbelievable. Alright, so the uneven edge on this edge piece, I just took my palm sander, kind of went across it a bit, so you see it smooth it right out. Take it back from an angle here a bit. You can see it's now smooth. I've got pretty much all the pieces glued across the back here. We'll sand that down too. And it's not, like I said, it's not holding. It's holding enough. We'll run so there's the first section done. Alright, so this is sat overnight. I'm actually just measured up here. If I put the 2-inch piece there that closes the gap there, we'll fill that in there, and that'll be the gap there. It'll be the same on this section, be shorter, and we'll get it around. We'll just keep gluing sticks and waiting. It's called a hobby. Little piece there in the front, and I trimmed the second piece in the back, and for safety's sake, we're gonna, when we clamp this together, put the third piece already in behind, because this little gap there is a little short. We'll reinforce it, get the clamp on there, and we'll glue one on the other end here, and then we'll wait till tomorrow. I've cut out, we look over here, I've cut out the two bottom pieces and glued those on. We have 2 more sections to go. Then I do have some fence pieces left over for both inside and outside. We'll start with that, and we'll get that corner all fenced up. Maybe by the time we're done that, this will be ready to flip back on. We can clear the table off and start making some hot rod colors. Okay, we have that all clamped up with the 2 little pieces are coated in packaging tape too. And I used the big clamp to hold the two little pieces that attach to that 3/4 inch plywood to hold that tight. You can see the big glob of glue there. That'll hold that piece in position, but as I've stated probably many times before, the glue, once it's dried to the packaging tape, it holds it enough, but it releases. And we'll start on the electronics for this section, or electrical. Oh, with a one hand. All right, so about these terminal blocks, I'm going to cut them in half. The power wire will come out of this hole and connect to the terminal block. I'll put the terminal block up closer to the top so we don't have to run the wires from the street lights too much. All right, well, we've got that. There was the final piece there. I took the clamps that were off over on this side, glued another piece onto here this morning. That should be dry or let that dry for the rest of the day. All right, I have the piece there I just cut, glued on. It did split in the middle. I'm gonna have to, I'll put a clamp right on where the crack is to hold that, kind of hold it back in position. Oh. This section here has a power tap in it. It's trickier to do to fix those lights. That's why they're burnt out. But we'll get to it. Worrying about these bank corners right now. I have a couple more pieces glued on the back there. Those rolls of tape are holding the weight of the clamps up because they're tending to want to slide down. So we'll leave that there and let that dry. We can before and after here on the front. Hopefully the vibrations don't move that tape too much, but not. Oh, don't cry over a broken piece of 1/2 inch balsa wood. Well, we'll see that there, and we'll. So there you see, even though it's uneven there, we'll smooth that out, and even if there's some fine tuning later, there, we're at half the corner of the inside is done there now. There's going to be a piece of balsa wood that comes off that 1/4 inch plywood also. So it might cover that up. It'll be the same thing all the way around. But we'll do that back section after this glue on that I just glued there dries up. So we don't want to vibrate the table too much, because especially this one on this side, it's more or less falling right out from the weight of that clamp. Kind of like happened, well, more or less what's happened when I was doing it actually right on the table. The weight of the clamps pulled the whole construction down. As I was saying, on my Gravity was my enemy video, I was gluing on the last third layer piece, and this whole section, I had that whole thing, and it just fell off. And I'm like, well, like, how do I support that in midair? Especially when we get up higher. That was on the lower half of the corner. When it gets up higher, it's going to be more difficult. So we're doing it this way. So gravity will hold the things in place. If you enjoy my slot car videos, please smash that like button, share my videos, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll have more slot car videos coming for you shortly.